Different time, same place. European Auto, but it's closed. But my car is here because it's broken again. But we're not here for that. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to JR14. Hope that you guys are having a very good day. Let me tell you something of a module. A module that can do so much more than just tell you trouble codes. A module that can tell you if a status of a car's health, that can actually even do coding, like, you know, long coding, but like you could just tap buttons and change different features of a car, and also different other things as well, to even read you what those trouble codes are, as well as to actually make sure, like, okay, how do I get this fixed, or what is causing it? So without further ado, I'm here to present today's video is sponsored by Carly. So today we're going to be talking about Carly Connected Car. And what is this? It's a little dongle that you plug into your OBD2 port to make sure, for instance, if you have a check engine light and you're concerned about it, or you just want to make sure that, you know, the car is fine as far as the health of the car and everything of that. So what we're going to be doing today is pretty much taking this thing out of the packaging, and we're actually going to plug it into my GTI to see how good, or probably how bad, the health is on my car, and show you some of the other features on how to use this, and what is it, you know, what it comes with, like what do you get with this. So without further ado, let's jump into the GTI. Hopefully it starts. It's been sitting here for a week, so hopefully it starts up, and we'll get into it right now. So pretty much here it is. So it's this small little dongle, as you guys can see here. Yeah. Carly, make sure you hit him up. Link in the description down below where you can get this. So you can get this for any vehicle. So you can pretty much get this for any vehicle. What we're gonna do is, you know, like I said, it is a dongle that teaches you that shows you everything about your car, meaning trouble codes and everything else. Now, I don't know if Geo cleared this code, but I had an issue. I had an issue where the car would sometimes idle really weird, and sometimes it would just shut off on its own. That code is P0106, which is something to do with the bar sensor as well as the put sensor in this car to calculate air. So we're gonna start the car. It's really cold. So I'm gonna start the car first. See, it's not running right, so it's okay though. So, all right. So you just plug this in your OBD2 port. This is for my P3 gauge, but we're not going to use that. And then you have the little lights going on down there. Now, when you see that it's blue, means that it's connected. This is Bluetooth connectivity. One good thing I really like about Carly is that it works with iPhone. So yes, it works with iPhone. So we can just go ahead into the Carly app, which is right here. You can download it in your app store, or this also works for Android as well. Turn the radio off so we don't get any type of copyright infringement. All right, so now what we're going to do is, it already knows the current vehicle because I've tested this before. And all right, so it's already, let's see if we can connect this now. So we're going to hit connect, and we're going to use a universal adapter, and then we're going to hit connect. So usually sometimes they use the current location. We're not going to show you the location. Well, you guys know where European Auto is. I mean, essentially we're here already. So, all right, so you receive insights about your car shortly. It's connecting to the adapter, and it says do not close the app. So now it connected to the adapter. How's it looking? Really good? Wonderful. All right, so now it's connecting to the car. So now it's pretty much trying to read the car. It's going to read stuff like the ECU, the VIN number, and now it's just finding all different parameters. So these are different modules in the car. So insights about your car: high fault probability. Oh boy. Low possibility. So it gives you probability. So for instance, this is cool if you're buying a used car. Didn't have this for the Civic, but I pretty much know about Hondas to where I'm comfortable buying a car, or cars in general where I'm comfortable buying it. Fault probability is high. You guys can put in the comments down below if that's definitely correct. We've definitely been through some stuff with this car. And low mileage fraud probability. So also this is pretty cool because it does show you if the odometer was messed with or if it was rolled back. So now ready to start. Okay, we hit back. So now I guess we're connected to the car, I guess. So one thing I want to check now is I want to understand my car's health. So it gives you different things here. It gives you different ads for different things. Customization, meaning coding and stuff like that. I'm not going to mess with anything like that because I have specific coding done for this car for stuff like the taillights and the sound actor system. And, you know, so we're going to check. We're gonna check out, and it goes through all the modules, ABS, additional equipment like, you know, like bigger, better sound system or anything like that, airbags, and I'm not gonna read all these, but it goes through every single module in the car, and we're gonna check for issues. So let's see what it does. I need the heat because my hands are freezing now. Probably checking one of the faults, 5 issues, okay. Some of the issues is probably going to be, for instance, XM radio is going to be disconnected. I already know about that. I don't have XM radio, and it turned the radio back on. 6 issues found. Oh boy, this is not looking good. All right, diagnosis completed. Okay, so we went through all the. Okay, wow. Okay, so it does everything. So the driver door is probably because the driver door is open. Passenger's door is closed. Okay.
Just so you know.
Just so you know, there's an issue with the, wow, health status is bad. Found 7 issues with the car. Let's look at brakes. Oh, tire pressure warning light.
Oh, stop.
Okay, so that, I can clear that because one, as you guys look on the dashboard, there is no tire pressure light here. So that was a hard code. We're gonna go ahead and clear that out. Clear ABS brakes. So the good thing is you can go into each of these parameters and then clear the codes as you go. So I know, for instance, that's not an issue. I'm not really concerned about it. Okay, so that's cleared. Close. Now we're gonna go with, so that's repaired. The driver door. Interesting. Window regulator. Voltage too low. Okay, so sometimes my windows work fine. So if we check my window real quick, like if we literally look in my window, oh yeah, Lionel, my windows work fine.
I don't know, that's a little slow.
That's how it's supposed to go. Lock and unlock works. My mirrors work. Everything works as far as my door. So this probably was like when I put the upgraded battery in the car, the lightweight battery, and also I'm not supposed to have that battery in this car during this cold weather. So that's probably why a lot of these lights are happening. So now it's going to check it again. Oh wait, is it really checking the whole thing over again? Okay, diagnosis completed. Okay, all right, so clear the driver door because we know the driver door is fine. Again, that's probably because I took the battery out. Oh, probably because the car's been sitting here for so long that once you start it, some of the parameters remind me in 3 days. And the good thing is, like, let's say if you want to check a status on, like, let's say for instance a check engine light, let's say if you clear the light and you want to see if that light comes back on, or maybe it's a code in the background that comes in, then you'll be able to do that as well. So we're gonna hit close. Passenger door, same thing. Rear window regulator, voltage too low. So we're gonna check that really quickly, and they're gonna check the parameters and make sure that's fine. Me and Lionel are really breathing heavily right now because it's really cold out. Like it's New York City, and we're gonna clear that code.
Right before the calm before the storm.
Oh man, we have snow tomorrow, guys. So.
Woohoo!
All right. 300%. Okay, so we're good on that. And central electronics. This is going to be the fun stuff. So. Okay, so radio key voltage too low. So this is the key itself. Sometimes the keys die. That's a common Volkswagen thing. The second key. So both keys are reading low. Which is fine. I just have to replace the batteries for both. And this is, again, and they tell you how severe it actually is, and these are actual fault codes here. I never even knew that. Information, instrument cluster, health check needed. Okay, so now let's look at information. The deactivated tuner for satellite radio. I already know that already. I like satellite radio, but it doesn't even make sense to have satellite radio in 2020, in my opinion anyway. But we're gonna go ahead and clear that. That will always come back on every time you recycle the car to start again. Like it's always.
Oh man, the XM people gonna come after you for that one.
Hey, I mean, Spotify and Apple Music's around right now, and you can listen to everything for $10 a month, and you don't have to have a subscription. So, all right, so this is done.
It is a subscription.
It is. Okay,
in the
so
comments.
this is instrument cluster function restriction due to communication fault. So they read his stuff in kilometers. I don't know what 184,000 kilometers is. Put it in the description down below if you know what 184 kilometers is, because I don't. 184,000. Well, I have 117,724 miles on the car. All right. Well, and it's again, these are not serious, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clear it. I'm surprised it didn't show engine codes. So it's got no engine codes right now. Geo probably cleared them. What we're gonna do is, I know Lionel's holding. I'm gonna take over for Lionel because I know he's cold right now. So we're gonna go ahead and check the issues yet again. Now we cleared most of the codes. All right. So what we need to do now is that they literally went through everything. So now we're gonna look and we're gonna check the car again. Maybe a couple of them will come back, like that radio code will come back, but I don't think so. So we're at 94%. Got snow okay, cool.
So I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, it says it's acceptable now. Okay, so yeah, the information electronics came back.
That sounds about right for you, GTI.
Yeah, acceptable. Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah. What do you guys think?
It went from bad.
It went from very bad. It went from I forgot what it was before, but it went to acceptable.
It wasn't good before.
It wasn't good before. I think we made progress here. So
I want to thank Carly for at least making your car acceptable.
Am I satisfied with Carly? So far, so good. I rated 5 stars.
Way more information.
All right.
Than there will be too.
So now I need to find out. So that's dashboard. So the current vehicle, we already saw that. Acceptable, one issue. It gives me an acceptable for one issue, and he issues the XM radio. Okay, now the next thing that we're gonna check. Let's just say if someone wants to buy Project Mark 7, right? You know, name your price down below if you really want Project Mark 7. If you really want it, built motor, Litco L500. Use car check. Continue the car check. Start the car check. So this is gonna show if anything's been tampered with. It's gonna show, like, you know, service. I mean, maybe, well, I do reset the service monitors, so that it'll probably go off of that in the car, but it's running a car check. Everything right now, the radio turns on by itself and it'll turn off. See, turns off by itself. So it's running a full check on the car again. And again, like if some random person came and they wanted to buy my car, they can actually have a Carly system and plug it into the OBD2 port, and you know, I'm very honest when it comes to selling things. But let's see. Now see the values currently connected to the car. So found one that each vehicle has a unique. So mileage, Carly check. She not liking that right now. I know what that is. That's I'm telling you, that's the bar sensors. But so we have found data points, previous driving profiles. Gather this information for you here. Found 21 data points. So mileage located in control units of your car. So they compare the control units in the car to make sure that all the mileages match. That's pretty cool. And then obviously the one data point up here with the numbers, that's the VIN number. So that's pretty cool. Let's go to the reports. So we have all the diagnostic reports here. So you can then download these to your phone if you wanted to. So this is kind of cool. Let's just look at mileage real quick. No mileage higher, and it says on the bottom here, no mileage higher than the dashboard mileage, meaning that, you know, there's no other stuff in here that like it's for dangling the mileage. But let's see here. Now if we go back, insights, and then all the brands unlocked and all this other stuff. Customization, I want to see this really quickly. Now coding, right? Continue the coding. Check coding possibilities. Now this is kind of like, you know, for instance with Volkswagen VDCS or VCDS. I forgot, VCDS or VDCS. I think it's VCDS. Or whatchamacallit, or OBD11, they do coding and one-touch coding. So this is saying that you can do the same thing. These are the different things that you can code. So the gateway, this is start, engine, stop, air conditioning and seat heaters, you know. So and there's like different modules in the car that these are named, like ZE, Combi, MMI. MMI would be the radio interface. Kilma is the air conditioning and climate control. BTM is for the mirrors. BM is for the brakes, brake module. That's probably what that stands for. So then also the cool thing about this as well is, like, for instance, this is actually kind of cool. That pop-up that just came out showed you that if you need to put backups, like for instance, the coating that's in your car currently, you can back that up on this and then change it some more. So if you ever wanted to go back to the original coating, you can. So the coating that you previously had, you can, which is kind of cool. Let me see for the mirrors. So for instance, this is the lowering side mirror. So when I put the car in reverse, the passenger mirror will tilt down to the curve so don't rash the wheels. This is like an example for you, so I'm not going to mess with that. Obviously, I've coated this in the past. You see that it's on right here. As soon as the coating is selected, a detailed description is shown here. You might have to scroll down for further coatings. So it goes into each of these modules and it shows you what can be coated and changed. So this is kind of cool. I like this system. I think it's really, really dope. I think it's cool. I'm trying to see what else is here. And again, for instance, if there is engine, so engines right here, if it was any engine trouble codes, that would pop up as well. But considering the fact that Gio cleared the codes already, I'm sure because he had the car for a week, then that's probably what that is. So for instance, the fault information. So what is this? So area potential faults, engine, transmission, and AC system, average faults in comparable cars. Dang, Volkswagen. Engine's number 1. Insights for Volkswagen 2017. So mileage 4% fraud. Average mileage for comparable cars is 56,000 kilometers, when mine's 184,000 kilometers. Okay. Well, that makes me feel bad. All right, but yeah, so this is pretty cool. So yeah, that's all this really shows right here. And again, if you want to disconnect it, all you do is just disconnect. And then you pull it from the car, and that's it. You close out of the app. So that's pretty much it, guys. Well, guys, that concludes the video on the Carly connected car. I will put a link of where you can get this down below. I think this is pretty cool. It's a pretty nifty tool. It's lightweight. You can put it in your glove box. You can keep it in the car. Like I'm actually going to probably keep this in the car. I like having multiple versions of these just in case if I can't communicate with the ECU some way, somehow. Volkswagens are finicky like that. So it's kind of cool. Like, this is pretty cool. Like, for instance, if I was in the market of buying a used Volkswagen or a used Audi, like for instance, if I bought like a BA.5 S4, I can bring this with me. I can check the mileage history. I can see if the mileage has been tampered with. I can do a bunch of different things. You know, I wish I came here a little earlier because then I can just plug it to one of my friends' cars real quick instead of my own. But you pretty much get the picture. It's pretty much the same thing. But guys, this is pretty cool. Go on the link in the description down below. Carly connected car. Make sure you get it before the holidays. Thank you, Carly, for sending this out to me in the first place and reviewing it. I think it's really cool. This is definitely different for you guys to have. If you did like this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, and also make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to JR14. You always got to make sure that your car is running right with modules like Carly here. You guys always remember that cars are a lifestyle.